What's up everyone, Bret Wallace here, your Fort Bend, Texas Realtor. Wanted to do a short vlog today on property taxes in Fort Bend County. I hear the word taxes and I wanted to put a hat on and kind of get a little more incognito. Just kidding, just kidding. So property taxes in Texas and anywhere else, you know, Texas is a no state income tax. So they have to create revenue in other places. So the property taxes in Texas are a little bit higher, and in Fort Bend, even amongst that, they're higher than the average, but you get what you pay for. So let's dive into property taxes in Fort Bend. So, you know, different counties, neighborhoods, different municipalities have different rates because of the infrastructure in place. So, you know, somebody can't say, oh, the tax rate, the property tax rate in Houston or Fort Bend County or Katy is 3% or 2.8. You know, we can blend it, but you know, it's the older the subdivision, typically it's a little bit lower rate, you know, tax rate. So overall, property taxes in the state of Texas are the 6th highest in the nation, with an average effective property tax rate of 1.83% compared to the national average of 1.08. Okay, so Fort Bend County is the 10th largest county in Texas, but it has the highest average property tax payment in the Lone Star State. So 2.23 is the effective tax rate, which is more than double the national average. Again, the biggest expenditure of taxes line item of your tax dollars in Fort Bend County are going to the schools. So whether you have children that are utilizing schools or not, it's imperative. All my people are like, well, hey, what does this neighborhood have good schools? That's like the first or second question I get from everyone when they're buying a home that has children. And for the people that I'm selling homes to that don't have children, I say, hey, your resale value, you may not utilize those schools. You may send your kids to private school or charter schools, but again, you want to be in an area with better schools for resale value too. So, you know, everything's relative. Okay, so there was an article in late August of 2020 that the Fort Bend County Judge KP George, announced that Fort Bend County residents would see a reduction to their 2020 property tax rates. So, you know, there might be a little alleviation, there might be a little lowering, but I'm not holding my breath on big dramatic drops. So let's just dive into Fort Bend County property tax rates in comparison. Okay, so the average effective rate, like I said, for the United States is 1.08%. But those are considering a lot of states and factoring a lot of states that charge 7, 8, 9% of income tax, state income tax, and other taxes in cities. When I start thinking about California, additional taxes beyond that. So 1.08, okay? The average effective rate in Texas, 1.83. A lot of rural communities, a lot of rural areas throughout Texas, you know this. 2.23 is the average effective tax rate of Fort Bend County. So I don't mean to scare you, but I see tax rates in the 3s all the time. And those neighborhoods tend to be the ones that everyone wants to move to. They have new facilities, new drainage, new water treatment, new sewage, new facilities, new mud districts. Just the infrastructure there is just awesome. The schools are awesome. So where does the revenue from property taxes go, might you ask? Okay, 2 components for property tax revenue. First one is debt service, and the other one is for operations and maintenance. Okay, so that's where the majority of your money is going. Okay, how to compute your property taxes? You can do this an easy way. Look at your property tax bill or the Central Appraisal District, which in Fort Bend, it's fbcad.org, Fort Bend Central Appraisal District.org. Your home might be valued at $300,000. Okay, if you're at a 3% tax rate, that's $9 grand, right? Okay, 1% of 300,000 is $3 grand. 3 times that's 9. So you basically divide the value of your house by $100, and then you multiply it by the tax rate. That's the calculator way to do it. Okay, so the assessments are sent out on the 1st of the year or in January of that year. So I get the videos that I get the most traction and feedback on are protesting your tax value, your assessed value videos. And I've gotten many phone calls, and I've actually got, I've listed a gentleman's home because that's how we met, and I helped him fight his taxes. You're not always successful, but I always say, hey, doesn't hurt to try to fight. So talk to your local realtor, wherever you're at, and this goes for anywhere in the country that allows you to protest your taxes. Get with your local realtor or somebody that you trust and try to see if there's values out there that support you fighting it and trying to say, no, my property's not worth $300,000, it's worth $285,000. One across the street just sold 5 months ago for that price. So always try to fight your taxes. All I can say is no. And so you have until, at least how it is in Fort Bend County, you have until May 31st to say, hey, I'm going to protest my value. And you can do it online or in person. As of late, most people are doing it online. So I've done it both ways. I've been successful and I've lost, right? But it doesn't mean I don't try. So you can always reach out to me to try to help on your Fort Bend or Houston area taxes based your tax assessed value. I'll try to help you. Homestead exemption, another crucial thing that is important when you're talking about property taxes. If you are an owner occupant and it's your residence, it's your personal homestead, you have to file for a homestead exemption. If you buy a home in June of a year and the current homeowner had a homestead, yeah, you can piggyback off that for the rest of the year, but you need to file on your own that January. Or if you build a new home, you have to file. You have to be in the home by December 31st of that calendar year to get it the next year. If you close on January 2nd, good luck. You have to wait a whole nother calendar year. You have to be in the home at midnight when the clock strikes for the new year. Okay. And you need to file. It's a homestead exemption form. It's easy. They get your driver's license. They want to match up the address on the driver's license to the homestead exemption form. There are, of course, other exemption forms out there. There's agriculture exemptions. There's over 65 exemptions. There's the veteran exemptions. So, get with your realtor, get with your central appraisal district, wherever you're at. But in Fort Bend, it's fbcad.org. Again, get these things filed on time. Reach out to your realtor, the person that should be guiding you through this process, especially the first year that you are new in a property, to make sure that you're capitalizing on all the discounts that you rightfully deserve. Who wants to pay more in taxes, right? Right? Not me. Okay. So when are property taxes due? Statements start getting mailed out, at least here in the fourth quarter, October 1st. They're due in January the following year. You pay taxes in arrears. So if February 1st comes around, they haven't got their previous year's taxes, there's going to be some furniture moving, right? There's going to be some sparks flying. Just kidding. But they're going to start levying penalties and assessing damages or late payments, late fees, all this good stuff. If it gets too crazy and goes so far beyond in the next year, you start getting 9-10 months delinquent, and they'll turn off your water. They can do that, definitely. So last question, or last point on the vlog here I want to address: can property taxes be paid in advance? Yeah. Your tax assessor collector, they'll take your money. You can escrow them. You can pay them in advance and pad up your account, so that way when it's due, it's already there. So, those are some fun facts about property taxes in Fort Bend County. It is higher. There's no doubt, but you get what you pay for, and no one around here is complaining about property taxes. I can tell you, I live in Greatwood, Sugar Land, and my tax rate, I think 2.4, 2.5, and I'm blessed. I feel that that's not even that bad, and gladly pay it to be where I'm at, and have great schools, great services in the city of Sugar Land, and yeah. So if you have any questions about property taxes in Fort Bend County or anywhere else in Greater Houston, please give me a call. My phone number's on the website. My email, you can reach out to me. You can email me through the website. So again, thank you so much for watching this vlog, and let's have a great one, everyone. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.